Here's a question that's going to become more and more important to the success of your business. Are your customers, clients, or patients happy with their experience? How do you know? Who have they told? Did they leave a review somewhere like Google, Yelp, CitySearch, TripAdvisor, or on one of the many other review sites? What if they're not happy and leave a negative review anyway? Would you know what to do about it? In the next 10 minutes, you'll learn why good reviews are critical to the future success of your business, and I'll teach you how to get positive feedback from your customers. I'll also show you how to find out if people are talking about you online, and I'll explain how to respond to the reviews you get. Hello, I'm Mike Major, and yes, it's an Australian accent, but I've worked with a lot of business owners in the US and in 11 other countries, so now you can tell your friends you have an international business advisor helping you. Of course, your business is unique, but the challenges you face are not. You want more customers and more sales revenue. However, like many business owners, you're a little bewildered by the speed at which marketing is changing. For example, in just a few short years, the yellow pages have been replaced by online search. When potential clients, customers, or patients are looking for a local business, they Google it. Or they might go to Bing, YouTube, or even Facebook. And that's why positive customer feedback is becoming so important to the success of any business. The widely recognized Bright Local study shows that 95% of new customers use a search engine to find a local service. 90% of them say online reviews influence their purchases, while 88% say online reviews are trusted as much as a personal recommendation. So imagine you're looking to buy a product or service, and you find three choices. Company A with mixed reviews, Company B with no reviews, and Company C with 6 5-star reviews. Who would you choose to buy from? Of course, it's Company C. Here's the first page of a Google search for CPA Houston, and if you don't already know it, the first search results page gets 91.5% of Google traffic. So as the first business listing, you'd think Mike Maniloff is getting a lot of new business calls. Meanwhile, Page 2 on Google gets just 4.8% of traffic. Page 3 gets only 1.1%, and by the time we get down to page number 5, then poor Eric's search result might only be seen by his dad. Why is Mike at the top of page 1? It has a lot to do with his 11 Google reviews with a 4.4-star average. Google gives enormous weight to reviews because they're evidence a business is delivering what their customers need. More importantly, star ratings affect customer trust. 92% of consumers will use a local business if it has a 4-star rating, and 72% of your prospects will use your business if you have 3 stars. However, only 27% will buy from a company with a 2-star rating, while just 13% will try a business with a 1-star rating. That means a business with 4 stars would generate 3.5 times as many new customers as one with 2 stars. To save time, the line of least resistance for a potential buyer is to search for customer reviews. Social proof is a psychological phenomenon, sometimes called herd behavior, where people look to others for clues. That's just a fancy way of saying that potential customers trust the opinions of previous customers. So if the reviews are positive, they'll transfer that trust to you. Tell me, if you need your drains unblocked in Omaha, Nebraska, who are you going to call? Right. The suppliers with the most favorable reviews. Business experts agree. A recent article in the Harvard Business Review cautioned against neglecting this huge trend to online reviews. And I hope it's making you rethink the way you look at your own marketing, because, as you can see, they believe it's time to make a dramatic shift in your strategies to take account of what they call the rising power exerted on future customers by the opinions of previous customers. So let me give you some tips for getting feedback from your customers. It's surprisingly easy to get feedback. Just ask for it. The 3 key issues are who you should ask, when's the best time to ask them, and how to ask in a way that gets you an honest response. The only people to ask are your customers. Don't be tempted to write reviews yourself or ask employees to do it. That's called review spam and will severely damage your online reputation. And it's illegal. It's a form of false advertising, and the FTC will slap fines on companies that pay for fake reviews. You need to ask for feedback immediately. The longer you wait, the likelihood of getting a review drops steeply. If you have the customer's email address, send a message with a link to your review site. In a minute, I'll tell you how to get one. So send an email request and then follow up 3 days later with a reminder email. You can also ask customers to check in while they're in store or while you're at their home or business. You can give them an iPad with the review form already open, but customers are usually uncomfortable giving feedback in front of you, especially if there's a reason they're not happy. Another way is to prompt them with a review card. For example, health professionals, day spas, and lots of other businesses give reminder cards to their clients with the date of the next visit. Why not put a review request on the back? Some of our restaurant subscribers do this to drive repeat business. The cashier gives out a card inviting a review, and on the back there's a free cocktail offer for the next visit. By the way, that's not the same as offering an incentive for the review. Don't do that. It's against the terms of service for most review sites. Of course, you'll need to create a special landing page where customers can leave their feedback. So now's a good time to tell you that if you subscribe to my Review Investigator service, then we'll create that for you. Remember, if you're doing any marketing activity, then you're waving a flag saying, "Check me out." The Bright Local study shows when potential clients, customers, or patients become aware of you, then almost 9 out of 10 of them will research you online. If they search, they will find your reviews. Did you know that last year Google changed their layout so customer reviews are now combined with search results? If you didn't know that, take a minute to jump online and search for your own company to see what reviews you've got. But what if the search turns up some bad reviews? They're not going to do you much good, right? I mean, do you feel like eating in this restaurant? So what if you could head off the bad reviews? Find out what went wrong and do something about it before the review gets online. And what if you could take your good reviews and put them up where Google will find them and reward you with a better search ranking? That's what we do. We put the good reviews online and forward the bad ones to you. We'll use colors and design themes from your website to create a landing page which starts our filtering process. Everything is mobile friendly, of course. We give unhappy customers the chance to vent about their experience, and we invite them to suggest improvements. You'll get these details by email, so you can firstly satisfy this customer, and secondly, fix your internal processes so it doesn't happen again. It's good for business too. Remember, better ratings encourage better search results, which in turn delivers more customer leads. And higher review rankings create more customer trust and better conversions. What was it? 92% of prospects will try a business with a 4-star rating. Of course, whether or not you subscribe to Review Investigator, you want to know what's being said about your business. In the digital era, one of the worst things that can happen is for someone to post an online review and you're not aware of it. Google Alerts and TalkWalker are free services. You can set up an alert which will be emailed to you when your business name appears online. The other two work the same way, except they monitor social media, but unfortunately they're not free. You need to follow up any alerts immediately, especially if they're for a negative review. But respond to the positive reviews too, because it builds goodwill. The review and your reply won't ever disappear, so always be polite and helpful. People don't expect you to be perfect. What they want to see is a genuine human response, to know you care about their opinion. Make a note of my 5 steps for responding to a review. Start out by thanking them for helping you by leaving a review. Personalize your response to their situation and also use their name. "We're so glad you're pleased with your clean carpets, Don." Or, "Hi Shelley, I'm the owner of the business and I'm sorry you had a bad experience with our contractor." Now address the issue and nothing else. Show you've taken practical steps to resolve the problem and prevent it from happening again. Try to be brief. Why bother revisiting why something happened or how it went wrong? It's enough to know your customer believes there's a problem. Even if the criticism seems unfair, don't go into a long justification. Lastly, control your emotions. Of course you want to defend your business, but an angry response will reflect badly on you. Look, people aren't stupid. They can see when a reviewer is just venting their anger, and if you've given a fair and reasonable answer, they'll discount the negative review. Let's summarize what you've learned today. In this short video training, you've learned that online feedback is valuable social proof and can have a huge impact on your business. You've seen how positive reviews will influence your prospects and discovered that higher star ratings act to increase trust, which improves sales conversions. Now you know how to ask for reviews and how to respond to them, whether positive or negative. If you haven't done so already, you should do a search for your company and see what reviews you have. And then you should set up alerts to make sure you're not blindsided by negative reviews. Imagine the value of a service that would do all this for you. If it could help you to get positive feedback and ratings. If it could head off negative feedback. if it gave you an opportunity to fix any customer problems before reviews are posted online. That's Review Investigator. It gives you a personalized website where you can send customers to share their feedback. It filters clients according to whether their experience was satisfactory or not. Happy customers are taken straight to the review page on sites which you can select for their importance to your industry. We'll capture contact details for unhappy customers and get details of their experience so you can resolve their issue and prevent it from happening again. Importantly, they are given the opportunity to make suggestions and have input into future solutions. It makes them feel their concerns have been heard. And this feedback is emailed to you so you can take immediate action. Think about this. If you don't take action to proactively manage your online reputation, then someday soon you'll be forced into damage control. There's always that one customer who never seems satisfied, but now they can do enormous damage to your business. After watching this video, you know that your prospects are already looking for reviews online. In fact, only 12% of people don't read online reviews. If you're doing any marketing activity, then you need to consider your reviews and ratings. Why? Because if you do get negative reviews, then unfortunately your prospects will find them. Whether it's in traditional media or online, if you're spending 5% of your turnover on marketing, the average for a small business, then as I said, this could be money spent on driving prospects to find negative reviews. In comparison, a subscription to Review Investigator is a tiny investment in proactive reputation management. In fact, if you subscribe to Review Investigator, then your personalized feedback site can be active within 48 hours. Simply click the button below, and after the secure checkout, you'll be taken to a form where you can give us the details we need to get started. If it works to bring new leads and to improve sales conversions, then Review Investigator will pay for itself. And if it doesn't, then get your money back, thanks to my 60-day love it or shove it guarantee. Now perhaps you're expecting to pay $150 or even $250 for a subscription. Well, that's not unreasonable given the huge impact that online social proof will have for almost any business. But I want to keep Review Investigator as affordable as possible for any business owner in any industry, anywhere. At just $79 a month, you'll easily cover the investment with just a couple of sales. So click the button below to subscribe now. And thanks for watching this video. I'm looking forward to working with you on the other side. Remember, after the secure checkout, you'll give us the details we need to get started, and your review site will be online within 48 hours. It's a good decision for your business, and it's risk-free. Click the subscribe button now.